Welcome to the DL Gaming Podcast, adding games to your backlog one slightly inappropriate episode at a time. My name is Christian, and public service announcement, demos can be 27 gigabytes. That's true. Joining me today is Taylor.
And next, I'm getting fested.
Oh, next, I'm getting for some reason, it's dirty. I don't know. For some reason, it's evocative. It's erotic.
That was the goal.
Okay, perfect. You nailed it. This week, we're going to be talking about Next Fest. But first, Taylor, what's new?
So I got a new job, and I was hired and applied to be part-time. And since I've been hired, they've scheduled me for 40-hour work weeks.
Famously a part-time workload.
Famously known as full-time. So, but you know, retail employers and giving you weird, terrible schedules that have you working non-standard shift lengths, more days a week, is tale as old as time. But it has impacted my ability to play and cover MechWarrior 5 Clans, which I'm so disappointed about. But that's what's new with me, is I have less gaming time than I'd like.
Yeah, and when Taylor wants to talk about MechWarrior 5, he wants to do it justice, right? He needs the time. He just needs a couple more weeks on the prowl. So that's what's happening there. For me, I played Red Rising, the board game. So generally, any book, Taylor, that has like, if I see colors on the front, like multicolored rainbow on the front, I pick up. I'm immediately skeptical because what I assume is that the different groups in this universe are going to be filtered into the colors, and it's going to be like the blues are the scientists and the reds are, you know, the fighters.
Blues are always scientists, and reds are always aggressive. And
the whites are the doctors. And
I think maybe that we should say.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I should watch myself. But basically, these young adult tropes, Divergent, The Seventh Tower, I read those as a young adult. And so the way I see literature in the world is sort of filtered through that experience. And I think I'm done with these sort of simplistic allegories to how to understand problems that are happening in our real world.
You've matured.
I've matured, yes. But Red Rising, spoiler alert, is that sort of universe. And the board game is an exceptional deck builder. Instead of endlessly building your deck, which is the only kind of deck builder I've played, you are always playing a card from your hand, which is limited, 5 to 7 cards. And you're trying to pick up a better card that combos well with the remaining cards in your hand. So you're more like filtering your hand to be the best it can be instead of continuously building out a big deck. And there's other
so like I'm thinking of like poker, where you put down cards, pick up new cards to try to get like full house.
Totally. Yep. It's a lot more like that. It lasted a couple hours, and every card is a named personality from the Red Rising universe. They all have a corresponding color and job, and it's a game of whack-a-synergy, right? It's like, the reds go good with the whites go good with the golds. This specific gold card I have hates reds, got to get rid of that, but then I need a new gold. You're doing all these mental calculations, and it is so fun. Played with some games yesterday. We had a 2-hour game, and I haven't experienced a deck builder like this before. And so if you're out there looking for a board game to rent, or you're at a board game cafe and you want something to play, pick this one up and see if you'll like it, because it really surprised me in a great way.
Quick question for those of us not in the loop, just real quick, what is Red Rising?
That is a great question. The board game convinced me to think about reading the book, even though I know it's
it's a book series?
It's a book series about a dystopian future in which society is purposefully fragmented into colors. The color you get at birth is then you're assigned a job for the rest of your life. And of course, there are people at the top and people at the bottom. and all sorts of power structures within
God,
that
yeah,
are sort
super
of
YA themes.
yes,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah. And it's like a sci-fi. It takes place on Luna, Mars. You know, there's fleets. I'm just naming different spots on the board. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it's fun. I'd like to try it. Right through the bumper there.
Right through the bumper. Okay, what did you play this week, Taylor?
Yeah. So or as we speak, it's Steam Next Fest.
Yes.
And so I went through and played a bunch of Next Fest demos. And like Christian's quip at the top, I was really surprised at the install size of some of these. One of them was like 27 gigabytes.
Yeah.
But
and when I see that, we have gone so far. The demos are no longer in cereal boxes. That is what I'm trying to communicate and say. They are no longer small little itty bitty roller coaster tycoon things that you just put in an optical drive. This takes time to download for some people, like 27 gigabytes. If you don't have a good internet connection, that is time. Okay.
not only that, but some of these demos are like long.
Yeah.
Like I've always remembered, like in my childhood, demos were short. You know, you got a couple hours at most out of a demo, unless you replayed it a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these demos had a lot of content, or it just took a long time to get through, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah, and I always wonder about that, like from the perspective of the person putting the demo out. What if someone plays it for 8, 9 hours, 10 hours, sort of like what I did with The Wandering Village, which I still haven't bought, and what happens is what happened to me with The Wandering Village, which is you don't get the purchase. You don't actually buy. You experience the full breadth of the game. By the way, great game, Wandering Village. One of the best, gotta be. And I still haven't bought it. It's on my wish list. It's been on sale multiple times. So I don't know.
That's definitely a tightrope that the devs have to walk. But getting into the specific demos that I played this past week, I'm just going to list them all real quick, and then I'll get into them individually. So I played Saccharine Echo, Marathon, Sanguis, Game.exe 2, Zero Parades, don't know how to say that, and Esoteric Ebb, which Taylor, I have brought up before.
This is like a grab bag of demos. What did anything unite you in your picks? How did this list come to be?
Normally when Next Fest rolls around, I tend to stick to a theme of demos, or like stick to my preferred genres. And I consciously this time was like, no, let's not do that. Let's go and take advantage of the nature of demos to try a bunch of different things,
right?
And get out of my comfort zone a little bit and see if maybe some of these other genres I actually enjoy that I haven't given a chance to before with a low level of commitment.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So it's like a shiny download strategy. Ooh, shiny download. Is that fair? Fair? The crow, the strategy of the crow. I love it. Okay. All right. Let's hear about some of these.
Yeah. So I'll start with Marathon because I think most of our listeners already are aware of this game. It is Bungie's PvEVP game. That
player versus environment versus player?
Yes. Like Arc Raiders or Escape from Tarkov.
Okay.
Where you
got it.
Extraction shooter.
Okay.
And I will give Bungie this. They are masters of engaging in fun gunplay.
Mm-hmm.
It feels really good to shoot in these games. Movement, really good. And that's not surprising. What ended up happening to me, though, and I didn't play a ton, and this game has been out like with with closed beta tests and stuff for a while. So a lot of players, this is not their first time playing the game, and they're already pretty good at it. And I am not. So I basically was running around with no idea what I was really supposed to be doing and dying a lot. But I will say it was still fun to run around and die a lot, which normally that isn't the case. So like big ups there. That like
that reminds me, I played Halo 3 multiplayer maybe like, I can't remember, last year, maybe the year before. And my experience was spawn, headshot by sniper, spawn, headshot by sniper, walking around, headshot. I was like, am I this bad at the game? Oh my God. I used to be great at this game. I used to excel at Halo. I used to be really good, I swear. And now just a lot of dying. These old hands, dude, they don't move like they used to.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, so on the one hand, you just said, yeah, we're getting older. We don't have the reaction times we used to, and we're not putting as many hours into these like PvP games. But I think there's also this like the general skill level of, especially FPS players is risen since we were younger. Like, people are just better than they used to be as a baseline.
Yes. No, that is a fascinating theory. And it's probably true. It's like when I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the Xbox 360 and I was the one getting like, I remember 15 in a row knife kills. I remember just knowing everything about where people would spawn and where they would go and just being really good mechanically with the controller. And now the shoe is on the other foot where it's like now everybody is probably at that level and I haven't improved one bit.
In fact, you've probably declined.
Degraded, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, these motherfuckers are born with these hands now, I guess, but through like Fortnite and everything else that people are growing up playing. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that, they have a stronger mechanics as a baseline, I think. But going back to Marathon, two things real fast. One, the map sizes are pretty small, which led to like PvP combat happening really fast and often. Really up the tension there. And two, I like the looting part of it was confusing and hard to tell what loot was good or what I should be picking up.
They didn't do the blue, green, purple.
Like they have like some of it, I don't know. It's confusing.
You know what I just realized? The young adult thing I was talking about before. We've all been conditioned. You are in the world as a person. You see a store that is green. You think common store. You see a store that is purple. You think less common store. Yeah, we've been conditioned. I swear to God, we've been conditioned.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah. No, the orange store. Epic store.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next, I'm going to talk real quick about Saccharine Echo, a visual novel about a young woman haunted by a family from another world. Okay. And which is an interesting premise to me. As you know, I like visual novels and I like ones that explore different themes. And this one is kind of dark. And it's kind of spooky, you know, like you're playing as a single woman that is alone in a home, and like this otherworldly family like is appearing in mirrors when you look at them, and it escalates. But there's also like a romance element in there if you want. Like you can pursue a romance with one of the characters.
You can home wreck the family.
Well, it's less the ghosts. It's less the home wrecking and more like the already single like son of the family.
Got it.
Kind of
Understood. Understood.
So
Right.
yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
don't have to be a terrible person to fall in love.
Even to people who are haunting you from another world, you don't have to
Right.
be terrible to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like that probably falls into the problematic relationship territory, but
Right. Is it ethical to have a relationship with a ghost who's haunting you from another dimension or world?
right. Yeah. There's a power imbalance there.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Ex Sanguis, the one turn-based tactics game I played, and this one has really cool art design. So the world is white generally, and there's a lot of blood. So you're painting the arenas red with blood, and as
Got
a
it.
match progresses, it gets more and more red as you've spilled the blood of enemies. And so it was like visually quite striking. And then there was a little bit of environmental stuff as well. Like there were these like big orb sacks of blood that you could shoot, and they explode like a red barrel would in another game.
Okay.
To deal damage. And you have like a squad that is preset. Like these are established characters already, rather than you like getting generic guys or making your own.
And I have to ask, you know, Vulcans famously have green blood. Sometimes fantasy and sci-fi does this where, oh, the blood of another creature is a different color. And it's like, oh, crazy. By the way, green blood, crazy.
Right.
Is that happening here? Like you slay an orc and like, oh, their blood is purple.
No, everyone's blood is red.
Okay. Well, you know, I think missed up, but I don't know what they're trying to do with this game. Maybe it's a red and white sort of situation. That's on them. Okay. Got it.
I think that is the situation.
Okay.
But it is satisfying to paint this white world red as you play.
Nice.
I liked it. Let's see. The last couple are ones that I am more excited about. The Zero Parades is from the makers of Disco Elysium, which right there, big check mark in their favor. It's another RPG choices matter game, so they're kind of staying in their lane. But this one is espionage based rather than detective based, and it's a dark thriller. So I started this one up, started playing for like 5 minutes and was like reading the intro, and then I just exited it because I was like, oh no, I want to wait for the full release and play it all at once. I'm not going to spoil myself with this demo.
Yeah.
But what I did see in those 5 minutes was compelling. So that's wishlisted, and I'm excited about it. Check it out.
Nice. I think Amanda will be excited about that one too then. If it got you in 5 minutes, dude, that's like...
Yeah. Let's see. Then we've got the most unique game that I got to try, Game.exe 2. This one is like, so it's very unique. You discover an old PC running. And on this PC, think you went into an old abandoned office building somewhere, and you're wandering around, and then there's just a desktop from 2001.
Oh my God, LimeWire is running. LimeWire is running. It's downloading the latest Simple Plan song. And I know, because I'm from the future, that in the middle of that song is going to be a PSA about how not to download music, and that they're coming after you because now they know that you've downloaded it. So better watch yourself. That's my horror. Okay.
You know what's... It's crazy you say that because while it's not LimeWire, they're still running on this game on this PC is a game called Phantom Strike, which is a multiplayer FPS game.
Okay.
And it's in a match that has been running this whole time. Like
A Tron situation. These guys got sucked in and they can't stop playing. Or okay.
No. It's like just like a standard 2001 shooter game, like a Counter-Strike type game, or something like that.
And no mystery behind it, or where's the mystery?
The mystery is
I'm on the edge of my seat.
So what's initially mysterious is that not only is the game like running currently, it's in a match that started long ago that is unfinished. And it'd be like having a Counter-Strike game, like a match of Counter-Strike, still unfinished and running for 20 years. Like, where are the other players? And why has the match not finished? And like, was it waiting for you to come along to play it? Like,
oh, you just press the power button. Why is this computer still on? Off?
Yeah, don't engage. But you can explore like the operating system and file system of the PC, and to kind of discover like what was this being used for, and why is the game still running? Like what's going on with this whole situation? And it gets weirder and more mysterious as you go. Like you start opening documents and you're like reading through them, and at first it seems kind of standard, but then it starts getting strange and stranger. And then you're like, ooh, I really want to know more, but it's kind of freaking me out. And then the demo ended. Like, it's got me hooked.
Strong hook. Nice.
Yeah. They did a great job with like where they chose to
end
end
Dead
it.
Letter department, we didn't bring up that as a trope. A game that's still running for 20 years. It makes me think, what is the longest running game of like Warcraft 3 or StarCraft that no one has shut down and has just been continually... There's got to be a record, right? Maybe...
Yeah, there has to be.
Okay.
I'm curious. Like, I'm going to look that up after the show.
Okay, cool.
But last one I want to talk about real quick is Esoteric Ebb. I've already talked about it on the show before as something I was looking forward to. It's a CRPG where you have a goblin as a sidekick, and when dice rolls happen, you see them physically on the screen roll. Love that. I don't know why but it's satisfying. There's a mystery to solve, and you can choose to be pretty goofy, and then there's just lots of funny situations and comedy in it, and it's kind of like trying to recreate real life D&D experiences. Like when you play D&D with your friends every Thursday night or whatever, it's not always like a super serious campaign like Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of times there's a lot of jokes and derailing, and one of the players at the table decides to do something totally off the wall and nuts and just kind of derail the whole plan.
Dude. One time, when I used to play D&D with my friends every Thursday, we got to like session 57, which I thought was a huge accomplishment. I designed, we went to these Spiderlands, and this is all like a custom universe written by us, the players. So we all have a hand in writing it. It's a long, unpointed lore, like lots of effort goes into it. For this episode, I called in someone else to act as the big bad. So we got like a guest appearance, and multi-stage puzzles set up, and so many different ways to solve it, so many right answers. I didn't want to railroad anyone, but the very first scene was a morality situation where, because I knew the players, I thought I knew that they would either do one of these options that I gave them, and that was going to send them down the branching path of this great thing I had planned out. And immediately, someone in the party, Wilbum, if you're fucking listening to this, you little bit, Wilbum decides to knock 2 arrows in his crossbow and position himself so he's firing at both the hostages I've set up and kill both of them. Which is completely against his character. He's never done anything like this, killing hostages. He's going to eliminate them both, which completely destroys this moral framework I have. And I was like, okay, roll, but it's got to be a 20. This fucking asshole, 20. And then I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, it both hits and they both die. And everyone's like, oh my God, why did you do that? And I'm sitting at my notes being like, I don't know how the fuck we're going to end up where we have to end up. But we're going to, anyways.
Recover from this.
Yes, that is a goofy moment. And there's many other goofy moments in that campaign. But totally, when you have a D&D game, a part of the appeal is you can be funny and goofy, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, and seeing a PC game embrace that is really cool to me.
Nice.
And it's not something that's ever really I've seen done before.
Yeah. And the art style for this game, I remember being kind of like an echo of that sort of theme. It's not completely serious. It's strange. It's new, right? Like it's not a typical even visual presentation of.
Right. Yeah. No, they've done a really cool job of setting themselves apart from the genre tropes.
Yeah.
So I've had this wish listed for a while, and I was really excited that they had a demo come out.
Cool.
So that was really cool. And then so that's the demos I played, except for one, which Christian's going to talk about, that we both managed to play. The last point,
Banana Jerk-Off Simulator 7. I thought we weren't going to talk about that on this episode.
Dude, no. That's for our DMs.
Okay.
Well, and
patron
executive
and
producer.
Executive, yeah. Truthbringer can get in on that one.
Truthbringer gets it, but
okay.
The last thing I wanted to bring up was that this is the first Next Fest and first time where I've seen a shocking number of these Japanese and Korean full motion video games, where they are seemingly dating simulators and TV drama reenactments. Like typical setup is there's 4 to 8 extremely attractive women who are the cast, and all of them are vying for your attention, and they all seem to fall into one trope. So you've got the childhood best friend, and you've got the coworker, and you've got the MILF, and you've got the really nerdy shy girl with glasses who is in the library all the time. You get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't try one of these, but it's because the whole thing makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Okay, why? Why is that?
So I've played the dating sims before. I've talked about them on this podcast quite a bit. I've even played porn games, like when I did that deep dive.
Yeah.
And with all of those, you are... one, they're all artwork rather than real people
or animated, right? Yeah,
right. And in those games, you are playing a character, versus in these, the character is you, the actual person, you, and these other real life people are talking to you, rather than a character in a game.
It's like a replacement for a real life attachment. Is that what makes it? Yeah.
It's like this weird replacement of social life, I guess. I don't know. It feels creepy and fake. And I don't know. It just makes my skin crawl a little bit.
Okay, interesting. I've not played any of these either. I have noticed them popping up. One was really popular on Twitch. I saw a bunch of people playing, I forget, it's like Your Love is, I'm going to butcher it, but it's probably the most popular of these games. And I saw that they just came out with a new one. Yeah, it doesn't make me uncomfortable in that same way. I don't think there's any nudity.
No, they don't seem to have nudity, though they
it's,
do have revealing outfits and swimsuits and
yeah,
whatever, but
it's, it's, it's sexual, but it's more on like the relationships. I don't know how I feel about them, dude. I hadn't really thought. I just generally skip over them and go, that's weird. Why is that so popular?
yeah, I don't know. I saw probably 6 of them
Yeah.
in the Next Fest like list,
Mhm.
and that was surprising to me, just because I didn't like. I knew that they existed. I had heard about one, but there's like a lot of them coming out, so they're obviously selling well enough that there are multiple studios out there putting them out
Yeah.
and competing with each other. So
I
don't
wonder
know.
if do we ever get like a horror twist one of these? There was that really famous animated one. The name is escaping me right now, but I played it and I beat it with Rianne. Where
Doki Doki Literature Club?
yes, exactly. Yeah. Which is like, I wonder if there's a twist on these that we're not seeing. Or to me, it would be weird if it was just a straight up relationship sim with like nothing interesting.
Yeah, like no hook.
Yeah, no editorial. Like, oh, I'm just living my life and dating these.
No, I don't know. It
Women on
seems
my
like
street.
it seems like it is just that. It seems
Yeah,
like
okay.
I'm just dating these women on the screen, or I am participating in an episode of TV
Right.
with relationship drama, and
I guess that's a lot of people's fantasy. I think there's a lot of
maybe.
people who like would love to be on Big Brother or Love Is Blind, or like they enjoy the. It's the opposite of voyeurism. They want to be seen in their best light.
Yeah.
On TV. I don't know. I
think there's something to be said. I think there's a lot of people out there that really desire the undivided attention of a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Like who wants you. And
it almost seems predatory, right? In that way. Maybe. Yeah.
That's part of the gross out factor for me, is that it seems like, I know that these are actors playing these characters, and they're not women that are being forced to do this, but there's something about like, having a 22-year-old Japanese woman in a bikini talking to me like, hey master, what would you like to do today?
If you're out there and you've played one of these games, you've enjoyed them, let us know. What's the hook? What's the appeal?
Yeah.
Why do you play them? Yeah. We want to know.
Hit us up. I'd love to know more. And see if there's just something I'm missing here. Mm. But anyway, that's my Next Fest experience.
Okay. I liked it. Thank you. What am I most excited about on your list? Probably Game.exe 2. I want to. It kind of reminds me a lot of Dead Letter Department, so I'm interested where this goes. But we didn't play any games that were similar except for the one I'm going to talk about, and that is what I love about Next Fest. You got to experience so many different genres. Yeah,
and there were a bunch of demos that caught my eye that I just didn't download because I already had. There's too many demos, not enough time.
There's too many. Too many games. Totally. I will say I've played so many bad Next Fest demos. I'm like, why are you releasing this? Like, objectively, it's not good. But because Next Fest is like this kind of focusing on the discovery engine side, I think they do purposefully surface new games to people. And part of the risk of that is, games that are unfinished. Like,
yeah, there were definitely a fair amount of games that were very early in development and are pre-early access.
Yeah.
Like the demo's pre-early and I'm like, are you really putting your best foot forward here by presenting this to the world?
You only get one Next Fest ever.
one first impression of your game, and
Yeah.
if it's full of placeholder art and animations and barely functioning, what is that really a good idea? Like
Yeah.
maybe you'll get 500 wish lists out of your next fest, but it maybe if you waited till the the next fest,
The next fest.
with
Or
a
maybe even the
more
next,
finished game,
next fest.
exactly.
Let's get crazy.
Grand next fest.
What's grand? I'm lost.
So it's like your grandfather.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you on the family tree. Nice. Yeah, that's free advice from the DL Game podcast, folks.
Yeah.
Not only is it a first impression for a lot of people, but, you know, I'm not sure if people know this. The way Steam works is that product on Steam gets one Next Fest. It can never go in another Next Fest ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, yeah, it's kind of
You
rough.
only got one shot, one opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not obviously going to talk about the games I didn't, because it's almost sad to me. I'm like, oh, this is not done. I'm very sorry. But my strategy for Next Fest, I've been flitzy fluing around too much. I've been trying all these different genres, I got to get back to my roots, my strategy roots. So my strategy for Next Fest was strategy games. Spoiler alert, right? Makes sense.
Okay. The strategic strategy.
Yes. I played Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes, which is this eternal fleeing relationship-based strategy RTS. I dare to say relationship-based, which I thought was, okay, one, really faithful to Battlestar Galactica, the TV show, and two, interesting enough that I want to buy it.
And spoiler, that's the one that I also played.
Yes, yeah. Ashes of Singularity 2, which is a simpler macro RTS. I say simpler than, a Time of Defiance or a Total Annihilation, a Supreme Commander. Those are macro games that, in my opinion, can be quite complex. And this one did some things.
And macro meaning more pulled out versus something like StarCraft.
Yeah, so macro is where you are commanding a ton of units. You need to get the right research and composition of your army to counteract other people, but you aren't necessarily microing your units like Warcraft 3, where each unit has an ability. They're dodging area attacks. You're leveling up heroes. That is sort of specific micro play where you're moving individual units.
Less focused on APM, more focused on the broader strategy.
Yes, exactly, which is good because also I'm bad at micro. so a simpler macro RTS is intriguing for me. And then the last one, and the one I had the most fun with, was Tabletop Tavern. This is if Slay the Spire and Total War had a little cute baby, where it was actually like a total war tabletop adventure. Tabletop Tavern. It's right in the name.
That sounds so intriguing. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yes. Okay, so we're starting off with Battlestar Galactica. I love the Battlestar Galactica universe. I think it's an interesting space drama. If you're not familiar, a group of humans living in like an Earth adjacent society invent these computers who turn out to be smarter than them. They have a big war. The computers go away to their side of the solar system, never to be heard of for multiple generations. And the humans keep doing their thing. Spoiler alert, the machines invent these human-like automata that have been living in human society.
They've infiltrated
society. Yes.
By making robots that are indistinguishable from people.
Yes. And they launch a surprise attack on the humans' planets. They nuke them all to shit. And the last remnants of human society all live in ships, and they are fleeing the machines while having the chance of machines living on their ships that look like people.
Right, because this group of survivors, it could also include some of these automata that are indistinguishable from other people.
Yes. And so it is sci-fi, it is relationships, it is intrigue, espionage, little hints, who is a human, who is not, accusations, how structures of power work, what happens when the CO of your ship is a machine, or what happens if you accuse him of being a machine, right? Because they never really know. Anyways, Battlestar Galactica, awesome series. Watch it if you haven't. It still holds up today. But Slytherin's turn-based Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, which I had a lot of fun with, is no longer available on Steam because they lost the license for the game. It expired, and so you can no longer purchase it, which is sad. Disappointing. The unique twist on Scattered Hopes, it's still a strategy game like Deadlock, but it's relationship-based gameplay. And what I mean by that is you still have the tactical layer, the loadout of your ship, the decisions you do during combat, all of that really satisfying Deadlock stuff. But you also have this relationship-based part to the game where you spend a lot of time in the ship's bar and talking to people and building relationships with them, because that is what Battlestar Galactica is. Battlestar Galactica happens in space battles, but most of it happens in conversations that sound like this at the back of the bar, at the back of the command deck. That is where the interesting stuff is. And I'm so happy that this game is attempting to merge those two things. And from what I saw of the demo, it's done them well. But Taylor, did you have the same experience? Did you like it?
I did. I really loved my time with this demo. And for the same reason, like the intrigue, the politics, and the personal conversation aspect, having that section in between the RTS battles was really compelling, and I thought they've done a good job with that. Like you said, like highlighting that part of the IP or the setting is something that other games have ignored to focus on the space battles, which like is not the point of the series. So
it's about, the series is like a spiritual journey that is asking the question, what is life and what is God? And then we get these,
what does it mean to be a human?
Yeah, and then we get these games where it's like, maneuver the Pegasus 90 degrees and like we're not doing it justice, guys.
But I will also say I thought that the space battle part was pretty well done, and the fact that faithful to the series is you're not fighting these battles to win. You are fighting to survive long enough to escape.
Yep.
If your goal is to exterminate every enemy ship in the encounter, you will lose.
Yes. Yeah. It's trade-off decisions. And I'd lost one of my civilian ships that I picked up on the journey, and it was the best decision that I had, right? Just because of the way the units spawned. And I was like, that is what Battlestar Galactica is too. Like, sacrifice.
Right.
We need to sacrifice. There's only 46,000 of us, right?
You got to make the best the best decision out of a host of terrible decisions.
Exactly.
Or options. Yeah. The best option out of a bunch of bad options.
Yes. And it nailed that. Okay. So Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes, really excited for that one to come up. Next thing I want to talk about is, like I said before, I'm bad at micro. I was playing a lot of Warcraft 3, so I'm like better than my friends, right? Like, but I'm not. If I go up against someone on Warcraft 3 ladder right now, I'm gonna get annihilated, obliterated even. Yeah. Like
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. I just can't move fast enough. And then my brain gets cloudy sometimes because I'm moving too fast. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I just don't have the muscle memory. I haven't practiced. And so I've always liked these macro games like Total Annihilation, Supreme Commander, because it's a little bit more of a relaxed. To be fair, I usually lose those games too, right? Because if you're good at micro, you're good at macro. But if you're good at macro, you
not
aren't
necessarily good at micro.
Yeah. And so what Ashes of the Singularity 2 is doing is it splits the map up into like these checkpoints that you build on. So there's a central building in each of these smaller provinces, I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
And you are moving through one province to another okay, I do this and then I do that. And my brain works better that way. I'm like, okay, I've conquered this province, now on to the next one. A lot of what Total Annihilation and Supreme Commander is flanking attacks, things that your opponent isn't expecting, right? And also being undefendable. Like there's certain things you can do in that game where you can't defend against this. No amount of shields is going to defend against my bombers, right? No amount of boats that you send is going to be able to sink my submarines. And so this game seems like it does away with that. It just seems simpler, okay? It's simple. It isn't necessarily bad. So I had a good time with Ashes of Singularity 2. But I do understand some people's reaction on the demo page saying this is too simple. The game isn't for you. Go play it. The game is for me, who sucks. Okay.
No, I'm interested in Ashes of the Singularity 2.
Nice. Next game that I played at Next Fest. Sorry, trying to do more plays on word. I don't know. Did it go across? 5 out of 10. Okay. Slay the Spire is a formula that keeps on giving. So Tabletop Tavern, Slay the Spire, and Total War had a baby. Drop Duchy also borrowed heavily from the Slay to Spire formula, and it had a Tetris city building twist that I thought just excellent idea. And I even awarded it, Taylor, the game I was most likely to play while pooping, which I think that's prestigious.
High praise.
And Tabletop Tavern nails the same mix, except the twist on Slay the Spire is Total War, which the battles that you are playing in this Slay the Spire like universe where you're on a table, you go from one entity to the other, there's these branching paths. Some you get extra units, some are battles, some are research. You know, you probably get it if you've played Slay the Spire. The battles themselves that you're fighting are pretty arcadey. You know, Total War Light, I would say. Total War Mobile, maybe, if I may be so bold.
Okay.
Still fun. Still great. Still a great idea. Still fine. Still fun. Still excited. The best game I played in Next Fest by far, I think, is Tabletop Tavern. Most polished, most ready to be seen, and the most that I wanted to replay. I was like, oh, I could play that again, but I shouldn't. Uninstall.
Was the demo robust enough that you could just keep replaying it? It was fun enough to just keep playing it more?
Yep. Yes.
Awesome. This idea of mashing up Slay the Spire and Total War really intrigues me because I love both of those games. I'm a Total War fanatic. And sometimes Total War games can get a little too crunchy in the combat. So with this one being a bit more arcadey, doesn't seem like that big of a demerit to me.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
And probably makes the battles faster, I would imagine. Yes,
they are faster. And the sort of premise of this game is you walk into a tavern and you are all playing a game of Total War together. Like there's other patrons around you. You could look up from the table.
I was wondering how the tavern part came in.
Yeah, you're sort of like gambling on a Warhammer army that you're playing in like a medieval tavern setting. Right?
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So it's like everyone showed up to Games Workshop.
Yeah.
To play with their miniatures.
Exactly. You know, in between plowing the fields and sharpening swords, this is what they do in their downtime. And that idea is fun because the presentation of the arcadey mechanics. What am I trying to say here? It wasn't like they were like, we are releasing a Total War game that is Slay the Spire and it's serious and because then the expectation would be a bit mixed. But because the story of the game fits within the mechanics of the game, I'm not disappointed. I'm excited. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Taylor, what do you want to play?
You know what? I want to play Ashes of the Singularity too.
It's simple, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even before what you just spoke about, I saw it on Next Fest and wanted to play it for many of the same reasons you do. Yeah, literally had it in the show notes as what I wanted to play
Nice.
before I even knew what you were putting in there. So
I have a feeling we'll play this one together because we've played Total Annihilation before.
yeah,
And, you know, yeah, in our old slow age, maybe this is what yeah.
I think we're a good matchup
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Same skill level, perhaps. Well, I think you're a little bit better than me, probably, but we'll
Yeah, I don't know, give and take.
give or take. Here and there. You do the bombers, I do the submarines. Yep. Okay. What I want to play is Steel Artery Train City Builder. So this is a steampunk train city builder with like a dwarf fortress twist. I played this in Next Fest, just spoiler alert. I didn't put it on the other list because this is one where I was like, oh no, it's sucking me in.
Oh,
And I really am excited for this because I didn't expect it from what was on the tin. I didn't expect in a lot of these management games, you assign someone to plow a field in Manor Lords, and how they participate in the economy is they get a cabbage and they
right.
upgrade their house when I tell them to. And I pay for that as the benevolent lord, right?
Mhm.
What Steel Artery Train City Builder is doing is okay, you want someone to work at mopping the toilets. This is the wage they get mopping the toilets. And with that wage, they can afford to eat in these canteens on the train. They can stay in these train cars. They can do these extracurricular activities. And spoiler alert, all they're doing is mopping the floors in the toilet. They're not really going to be afford to do all of that,
Right.
you know. And
Kind of
so
minimum wage.
there's this class simulator going alongside a logistical simulator going alongside a pretty faithful economic simulator. New
Huh.
gold only comes into your train when you decide to mine it and mint coins, right? Like this is it's taking the idea of what if the whole society was on the train concept
Like
to the extreme, right? Like
Snowpiercer.
exactly. Yes. Like nothing new comes on unless you decide. And if you decide something new comes on, that's going to throw off this ecosystem that is quite
A
susceptible.
closed.
Yeah, a closed ecosystem that is always on the precipice of extinction, essentially. It's like
Mm-hmm.
one small event away from we don't have enough fish. Okay, the whole domino stack has fallen over.
Right.
So,
Question. Oh no, go ahead.
no answer. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Okay. Are the citizens of your train city autonomous like in Dwarf Fortress?
Yes, they do what they do. And interestingly, if they make too much money or they steal or they find a way to meet their needs without work, sometimes if they have the right personality, they just won't show up for their job.
Hmm.
They're autonomous in the way that it's uncomfortable for me as the person running the train. I'm like, Jimmy's got to show up in the kitchen or no one's going to eat. And Jimmy's like, well, my wage in the kitchen isn't that good. And we actually have a shortage of labor on this train. And I'm like, fucking, okay, Jimmy, let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's
What?
talk.
Okay. All right. There's better ways to ask for a raise, Jimmy.
Yeah. You got to fry the fish. I'm sorry. You have to. And we'll pay you. We'll pay you more. Your demands are realistic. And that sort of, I had never read the Snowpiercer books, but I watched the show, and that sort of negotiation with the labor on the train is what I think is pulling me to this game. Not finished, by the way. Lots of what we just talked about. Lots of textures that aren't quite finished or tooltips that don't feel completely natural. But at the heart is a extremely fun sim. And like Dwarf Fortress, maybe it doesn't need all the visual storytelling
Right.
devices, right? Like maybe the mechanics are so good, I don't mind that everyone's a little number.
With these simulation type games, that is the real draw. It's not pretty graphics
Yeah.
or whatever, or a smooth UI necessarily. It's the complexity of the simulation, and does it simulate things accurately and the way that you want it to.
Yeah, and interestingly
depth.
too, the depth. Yeah, so I'm very excited for this game, and the art isn't bad either. It's like this kind of nice pixel art. It's set in this fantasy universe. You know, you have humans, orcs, all sorts of people can come on your train, and all sorts of situations your train may run into on the tracks. So,
is there a hard limit on the amount of cars you can have on your train?
I didn't reach it in the demo.
Ooh.
It seemed it was. I'm limited on height right now because of the weight that a cart can sustain and the power of the engine. So those might be limiting factors. But the map where I could build my train is real big. So I don't know. Maybe there's limit. Maybe there's not.
That will be fun to find out.
It will be, and I'm going to play the shit out of this game whenever it releases. Thank you, whoever's making this. I have a feeling it's one person with this sort of project.
Really?
I don't know for sure, but that's just the vibe I was getting based on the presentation of everything. Like the simulation and art is so cool and unique, but like the UI was not so good. It feels like one person trying to wear a lot of hats. That's just my opinion. No idea if that's true.
Yeah, I just checked. It's developed by Soul Age 23.
Okay.
And their website is literally a Google form that is a bug submit form.
Okay.
So I think you're right. I think it's one person.
Yeah, I think this is one that could blow up, guys. Keep your eyes on Steel Artery Train City Builder. If you haven't played the demo, maybe it'll be up for a little bit longer. If you like these sort of management games, there's something here, something interesting there.
Love it.
Taylor, what's our community up to?
Well, let's see. As always, we are going to shout out our executive producer, Truthbringer, who pays us more for no extra benefit. Thank you, Truthbringer.
Well, the extra benefit of being...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the DMs.
I mean, oh, right. the banana game. Right. Yeah. Listener questions and corrections. So from Discord, Warconius links a PC Gamer article and says, a couple questions related to the article linked. Any interest in the recent God of War games on PC and future ones? Any connection to the franchise? The article states that Sony has made over 2 billion releasing games on PC. Does that number surprise you? Yeah, it surprises me, I suppose. And what does that say about the nature of PC gaming in the 2020s? Couple questions there.
I have not read the article linked, and I'm not going to do it live on the show. So sorry, Warconius, but I will read it after the show.
Let's save this one to the next episode then. Hey, this is a hook. Listen to the next episode to hear our
get our thoughts on the PC Gamer article.
Yeah, after we read the article, that admittedly has been in our show notes for a while. I also have not read it, just full disclosure.
Too busy playing Next Fest demos. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a job to do. It's called Next Fest Demos. Maybe you've heard of it. What are many things you like to collect? Asks Time Killer B. Honestly, man, not much of a collector these days. Gotta say, been donating a lot of stuff.
I collect used plastic shopping bags.
Okay.
I have a multiple bag of bags.
And multiple colors, perhaps?
Yeah. And
are the blue ones smarter, would you say? Just on average?
Yeah. And weirdly enough, the red ones are super mean.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I'm being a little, what's the word? I'm blanking on it. But I collect bags and dead batteries. But what I actually like to collect is Warhammer miniatures, although I haven't added to that collection in a long time. Let's see, I like to collect games on my Steam library. Yeah. And I mainly like to collect not things, but experiences and relationships.
Yeah, take that, Time Killer B. That's the Marcus Aurelius answer. What I like to collect, I have an album on my Instagram that is called Bananas. And whenever I see a banana in the wild, in any context, as long as it is a uniquely presented banana, I will take a picture of it, and I collect pictures of banana things. So there is a game called Bananagrams. You mix up the letters and you make new ones. I picture that. There's banana bubblegum, banana lollipops, banana in video games. There is banana socks. There's a banana in advertisement. Different banana drinks. Anything banana or banana adjacent, I take a picture of. And that is what I collect. So
what about like pictures of banana for scale purposes?
I only have one picture of a real banana because I feel like I'm trying to be unique about.
Okay.
And I think banana for scale, if it's a real banana, unless it's a weird fucked up banana, then I might take a picture of it.
Got it.
Like,
so this one, not really going after real bananas. You're going after banana things.
Banana things. Yep.
Got it.
Well, as long as they're unique. I have gone after one real banana. And, to be fair, I haven't got there's yellow banana, green banana, black banana. I haven't.
Have you ever seen a red or a blue banana? I
haven't. And do those exist?
Yeah, I had them when I lived in Vietnam, and they are really interesting tasting and great.
Okay, I thought
blue ones taste like vanilla ice cream and are amazing.
Wait, I don't even know if you're kidding right now.
I'm not kidding.
Do they come from the tree, or are they like stabbed or something?
No, that's how they naturally grow. Yeah,
blue. Are you kidding?
We in North America have one type of banana you can buy at the store, and that's it. And I don't like them. I thought I hated bananas. I moved to Vietnam, and there at the market there are like 50 types of bananas. And many of them that I tried I actually really like. Turns out,
I realized I don't know anything about this world.
Right.
Because I had no idea about the multicolored banana. I thought you were making a throwback joke. I thought you were going to say the red bananas, they do all the work.
Yeah,
they're at the bottom rung of society.
Blue
like
banana
the miners.
Smarter.
Yeah.
But these are real. And if you have the opportunity to try one, if you see one at a store somewhere, buy it and try it. It's really surprisingly good.
I'm definitely taking a picture if I see a blue banana. That's in the album. That's going in. Okay. Workonius asks, with so many people working from the same desk they game at, has the idea of a dedicated gaming space disappeared? Do you have a dedicated gaming space in the living room, or is it always your desk setup? So now that I have a kid, something I really appreciated growing up is the family computer. The gaming is a shared space, right? Someone gaming, someone else being able to look over the shoulder and see what's happening, join in, the ability to talk as you game. So I would like to move our gaming setup to the shared space of the living room. But right now I work at that space. And so it is segregated from the rest of the house. Yes. How about you, Taylor?
So I have my office, which I'm sitting in now. A dedicated room in my house for my computer and desk setup, along with shelves for games and books and stuff. So I don't work at my desk for my job. Mm-hmm. So I guess this is a dedicated gaming space. And then I also have an Xbox set up in the living room. Contrary to your experiences, I grew up with my own computer in my room as a child and never shared it or had it in a common area. So I don't have that experience of, like the family computer or whatever, and people looking over your shoulder and commenting totally alien idea to me. Like my family, we all had our own computers that were all in separate places, and I don't know if I would like that.
Yeah, I mean, teenagers Generally, I think they want their privacy and everything else. Eventually, I did get a laptop that I'd spend a lot of time gaming on, but I kind of miss it. I mean, my sisters would like come up behind me and be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like playing Red Alert. I'd be like, "Moving my guys around." They'd be like, "Cool." You know, the reason why I got into gaming anyways in the first place is because one time my mom was playing Pharaoh, like the old Sierra City builder. Yeah. And I was like, "Hey, Mom, why are some of your houses down here really pretty and some of your houses up here are really mud hutty?" She said, "Well, you know, the rich people live up here, the poor people live down here. I need these people to be poor, so they do these jobs." And then I said, "Like us?" And she was like, and that kicked off a love of gaming, art, echoing real life, you know? So I guess I like that part. I don't know. Yeah.
My first experience with my favorite game of all time, Baldur's Gate 2, was watching it over my dad's shoulder as a young child. And then I got to play it when he was done with it. So
I hope to do that to my daughter. Dad, in Steel Artery trains city builder, why do you only pay Bruce the orc 2 pennies an hour? Well, you know, life's tough, kid.
Don't end up like Bruce, kid.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What's next?
What's next? Well, I think we're going to save the rest of questions for next week. Thanks, everyone, for asking. We have a couple comments from YouTube. Iffy141 says, "Fight tinnitus, go membrane keyboard. I'm so high." Thank you for that. I'm high too. Max Ben Jim says, "Give Amanda her flowers for Rose City." Yeah, she deserves every single flower from Rose City. I like that.
Great comments.
Keep them coming. Let us know what you really
Especially
think.
If you're high.
Let us know if you're high, for sure.
Well, join us in the next best thread on our Discord to share the demos that you have played this Next Fest and which ones that you're looking forward to, which ones kind of sucked. We'd love to hear about your demo and Next Fest experience. So share it with us.
Yeah, come to the Discord, dlgaming.net. That's where you can find the link. And now that Next Fest is so algorithm based, you know, not only based on what is popular at Next Fest, but what you personally play in Next Fest and your Steam library. Everyone's Next Fest honestly should look pretty different. I think.
Yeah.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone's individual Next Fest shake out. And if there's any games, I mean, obviously we missed. There's like 2,200 games in Next Fest or something. Yeah. So if you found one that stand out, let us know. My name is Christian. Joining me today was, of course, Taylor. Tune in next week because we're playing STDs. That is Super Tower Defenses. It's Tower Defense Fest. We're going to set you up. We're going to talk about our favorite tower defenses, how we got into the genre. And maybe, you know, this is sort of like an aging genre. I don't know how many people are playing TDs these days, right? So it's going to be interesting, and hopefully the festival shows us like upcoming games that are putting like a fun twist on.
I would love to see modern takes on TDs. And see. Man, imagine a Slay the Spire
TD
twist TD. Someone make that. Someone make that.
It's probably, if it's not, yeah. I think it's out there. It's got to be out there. There's a Slay the Spire twist on everything these days. Taylor, what's playing us out?
Playing us out is a slice of this fine Gorgon bear in Divinity Original Sin.
Bye.
Beat a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff. No one has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. Not in the mood for cheese? That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine Gorgon bear.